Hello, this is Evan here from the Trade Risk on Wednesday, May 26th, 2021. We are intraday right now, and this is our weekly swing trade ideas video where we bring you a variety of stock setups based on discretionary, technical, and quantitative trade criteria, all of which we're going to review and discuss in just a moment. And as always, these videos are sponsored by our partners over at Investors Business Daily. We curate ideas from their stock lists. You can get access to IBD's stock lists with a link in the description of this video. So we're going to dive right into it here. We got 5 names we're looking at. The first one is XBI. This isn't a stock. This is an ETF. This is the Biotech ETF, the Spider Select Biotech ETF. This is more of the equal weighted biotech ETF. So we have, the more popular sort of IBB, which really does weight heavily to the larger companies. This one tends to be a little more volatile, gives a little more sort of evenness to the smaller companies. And full disclosure, we do have a position here in the derivative in the 3X ETF LABU. So we do currently own this sector, so to speak. We've been in this with our Merlin trading system for over a week, I think, at this point. So we do have a position here in LABU. But I want to talk about XBI because that's essentially what LABU is tracking. And I'm highlighting it here again, and this is not a setup for everyone. This is definitely someone who would prefer entering on more of that value sort of pullback side of things. Let's just look at a weekly chart of XBI. So I've got a few lines drawn on here, but basically, the big breakout that occurred here in biotech was in 2020, and we broke out over, let's call it $100. We kind of based out a little bit, chopped around, and then we really ran in the second half of the year into January, February of this year. We got all the way up to about 176. And now if you just look here, it looks like it has been working off that strong run up. It's been consolidating, sort of wedging back here. I don't know if I'd call it exactly a bull flag. Looks more like a sort of wedge sort of consolidation, but label it whatever you'd like. Regardless, we are pulling back towards the longer term breakout area. We're about 30% off of 28% off of the all-time highs. And you can see we're starting to move sideways here. So I'm sort of putting this on the trade list here because I am watching sort of the lows here where we found support March, April, and where we're sort of bumping up against. And I think this has the potential to move quick if we can start to get over, call it 127 to 129, right in this zone here. That's really where you want to see this punch through to the upside. That's going to really get the momentum going, get you at least a move back up into maybe the 140s or so, which I think is around where our first profit target is for this particular trade. So we are long this. We are looking for higher prices. I like the potential here, and it is sort of a slightly higher risk trade because it's not in favor and it's just, still has some to prove. So keep that in mind when you look at something like this. Again, do your homework, please. Make sure these fit your time frame, your strategy, and all that good stuff. So XBI, sort of a name that's coming half discretionary from my eyeballing of where it is now, and then on the quantitative side with our trading systems. Now let's jump into 4 names here from our technical stock scans. The first is FUV. So FUV is hitting our high volume, strong close scan. I've talked about this one quite a bit because it tends to bring some pretty interesting candidates. I always get the most questions about this scan in particular. It's our high volume, strong close scan. And because markets aren't closed right now, we're just looking at the last price of the day. And so what I like about this setup, again, it is kind of similar to the XBI where it has had a very, very deep retracement. It's arguably it's certainly in a short to intermediate term downtrend. It's 80% from its highs. So this is a huge, huge pullback here. But notice today, the volume that is coming in on the, again, intraday where we're recording this. So there's still plenty of trading hours left in the day. We're already doing over 200% volume. Take a look at the candle here. It certainly looks like it's trying to, reverse the trend here and make a move back up to the upside. It's up 18%, so it's a big move. But if you believe in this type of name, I know nothing about this company, but if you understand this company from a longer term, maybe fundamental standpoint, you've been tracking it from a longer period of time, you have sort of belief that this thing can get back up towards its old levels here. I mean, it's trading at 950 right now. And again, I'm not implying it's going to get back up here, but even if you think it can make, you know, a move back up into the teens, up into the upper teens where it traded just 2 months ago, you're looking at almost a double here. So the fact that it's up 20% today, it could still, you know, it has the potential to move back up here. Once again, I'm not saying it is, but I am trying to frame out where a 20% move today is a huge move. But if you're looking at the context of this stock and you think about the fact that not even that it would go back up to its all-time highs up around 30, but if it made, you know, a 50% retracement, it still has plenty of gas in the tank. You could put a stop at today's lows, so on and so forth. I don't want to turn this into a strategy video because everybody's approaching this in a different way, but I think it's an interesting name, certainly to keep on your watch list. Again, higher risk here as well. It's a micro cap stock, so all of the disclaimers I'm going to throw at the wall on this one to do your homework and make sure you know what you're getting involved in. So FUV, that's the first one, high volume, strong close scan. All of the scans we're looking at are available on our website. So if you're a TC2000 user, you can download, you can get these scans on your own platform. ALKS, this is number 2 here. This is hitting our Bollinger Band squeeze scan. And just take a look at this pattern here, right? So we've got, I think, what many classical, well, I don't know, what is this going to fall under? Cup and handle, or is this an inverted head and shoulders? I am a little rusty. I don't consider myself a pattern trader, but I think you see here the nice sort of consolidation. You've got the nice rounded bottom here, and then you're sort of moving sideways right at this resistance area. So I think you can see kind of the clear technical pattern that is at work here. And if we were to throw on Bollinger Bands, take a look at the pinch that is going on right here over the past few days. So you can see volatility is compressing, this leads to expansion, and this is sort of the breakout potential at works here at resistance. Nice quality pattern, good technical scan. This is what trading is all about, is looking for opportunities like this that are repeatable, that you can measure and map. And I think this one looks interesting here. ALKS over, let's call it $23. That's when the squeeze probably starts to the upside. So take a look at that one there. Not ready yet. It has the potential to fail, but certainly looks interesting. Number 3, BPMC. So this is Blueprint Medicines. This is in the healthcare space. A lot of biotech in this, a lot of healthcare biotech. So a little concentrated on that theme, I guess, today. This one is hitting our ultimate consolidation scan. I gave you a long one here. So this is our long-term ultimate consolidation scan. And let's go to a weekly chart because I think this shows the picture here. And heck, you could even go to a monthly chart if you really want to kind of smooth this out here. I mean, this is a very powerful sort of long-term monthly pattern here. Again, this is hitting our long-term ultimate consolidation scan. So it's looking for these broad sort of sideways consolidations, but you basically have a stock that has been moving sideways here for the past, call it 3 or 4 years. We got a breakout early this year. So we broke out over this little double top area here around $100. We broke out above it. So this was the range that we were sort of trading in. We broke out over it, and now we pulled back and we're just sort of, you know, kind of meandering sideways here right at this resistance area. And that's what we're watching now, is we're waiting to see if buyers are going to kind of step back up in here, support the retest, put in a higher low, and then break out to the upside. That is the ideal bull case at this point. It hasn't happened yet. It needs to get over $100. Really, if you're looking in a little bit closer here, you might even want to see it back over $105, $106 to start really breaking out. But I think the pattern there is pretty clear. It's a longer term name and something that I think is worth paying attention to. Last but not least is GENI. So this one here, Genius Sports, you know, I know traders like to put in that the IPO names, like to trade the IPO names because they can move pretty quick, pretty fast. So I threw this on here. I personally am a little more suspect of stocks that don't have a ton of trading history yet, just because my systems don't have enough data to collect on it. But regardless, I still think this is an interesting name. So we're basically closing at all-time highs today. If we closed here, this would be an all-time closing high for this stock. It's only been a public company for, you know, the past 6-7 months or so, but really, you know, what I'm looking at here is just this short-term consolidation that has taken place. This is hitting our ultimate consolidation short-term scan, and we essentially have the highs that we've put in here right around this 2150. So we've got this band of resistance that the stock has basically been within for most of its time, but it's trying to break out here today. MACD is leading. So I think this one's interesting. Again, it's a younger IPO name, a little slightly on the thinner side of volume, but still doing, you know, I think 400,000 shares a day. So not too bad. Let me take a look. Oh, actually, it's even higher. No, we're fine here. 700,000 average volume. So pretty good amount of volume then. So yeah, that's it. That's the last one there. Ultimate consolidation, short term, more of an IPO name, and has that potential to sort of break out. So that's what I got. That's the stocks that I think caught my attention today, looking at our scans and some of the techniques we use to view markets. What was your favorite? Leave a comment below. Any other stocks that you're watching this week that you think is interesting, leave a comment. Love to always hear what people are trading. And if you want the software, so I've been getting that question coming in before recently as well. This is TC2000, and again, we have links in the description here to give you a discount on this software. It's whatever they have for promotions. We have an affiliate with them. We have a referral program with them. So whatever coupon they want to give or make live is what you get. But it's in the description here. If you want to take TC2000 for a test drive, then you can explore and download all of our scans. So that's it for me. Thanks as always. Every Wednesday, trade ideas just like this. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here on Friday for the long form market analysis video. Take care.